Hi. This last weekend was a little interesting for me. Toward the end of the week, there was some hot days here in Alaska, 70s. Could be 80 indoors, so that's pretty warm. I have an AC unit I put in the window for these occasions. I couldn't find the covers, so I just had the windows open. Now, there was a neighbor who liked to pace around a lot and smoke quite often, but which is okay outside, but with the windows open and quite often, sometimes the smoke would come in and I would just close the window. But when it got to be numerous times over a couple of days, and sometimes he would be on his phone and he would just kind of like stop in front of the window a few times. I was like, I thought I'd just go out there and ask him nicely. So I did, trying to be extra polite. But it looked like he didn't really care, could care less. And I didn't know if he really understood, though. Like, I'm not sure where he's from originally, but his really strong accent. And then he was getting kind of defensive. I recognized that after a little bit, and I tried to reassure him that I'm not mad and that I like him. And he was a pretty cool neighbor, and he told me that he liked me too. And I just simply just didn't like the smoke coming in the window so much. But what should have been like a 30-second conversation kind of ended up like a 5-minute mess. And we parted ways, and seemed okay, but I wish it went more smoothly. And after thinking about it for a little too long, I went to God and I'm like, Lord, I'm sorry I didn't ask you what should I have done before I went out there. What can I do now? And I had this thought right away that next time I see him, I'll thank him and introduce myself, even though we've been neighbors for years. And I remember thinking, Lord, is that a good idea? And I had to answer right away, actually, this time. And it was, I gave it to you. So, like, done. I'll do it. It'll work out. I didn't go out for another day or so, but then when I did, I took my dog out for an evening walk, and as soon as I stepped out on the porch, I looked over and there he was. Good timing, right? So I went over, thanked him, and he was already extra friendly, nice. And I'm like, hey, I said, we don't even know each other's names. But so at the same time, we like reached out and shook hands and smiles, and he looked extra happy. And kind of like that made just everything seem extra good right there. So I finished my walk and I ended up with this average for the week. And then that was that. See y'all later.